Good afternoon and happy Friday. Unfortunately, there's a ton of traffic out here across the roads. I'm O'Don here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. We're up and running now for this Friday afternoon, this Memorial Day holiday getaway, and we have just a lot to unpack at this point, and the weather is also going to play a major factor in the afternoon, evening commute here throughout New Jersey, Long Island, and New York City, and Connecticut, and the Hudson Valley. So with all of that said, we've got a lot to get to here right now. We're on Facebook. We are on Twitter. And we are on YouTube. So got the comments open. Hopefully the comments work this morning for the show. The comments on YouTube were turned off for some reason. So if you're watching on YouTube, please leave me a comment. Just let me know if the comments section is open here right now. Same thing with Facebook if you can. Twitter, I can't read the comments as of yet. We're getting to work on that. But nonetheless, we are up on Facebook and YouTube. Time now is 4:03. We'll be with you here until a little after about 6 o'clock. And the Tri-State Traffic Show is sponsored by the Crawford Vanilla Bean Creamery. Thank Ralph for being a proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show here this afternoon. Let's put our banners back up again. We're going to go here, and this is, pardon me, we got a lot going on here, so we got to do that. There we go. We do have a comment, and Alexandra, yes, fiance are looking to head to the Shore House in Lavalette here via East Rutherford. Ow. Okay. That one's going to be a tough one here, Alexandra. Just stay with me if you can. Get as many of your friends to join us. So, first of all, thanks for joining us here this afternoon. We missed it this morning. So, we'll get to that in a moment, but I have to just hit a little bit of weather as well to start things off. We'll get to Alexandra's ride to Lavalette here in just a minute. But the weather, as I mentioned before, is going to be a major issue. Now, this is the radar from our friend. Oh, sorry. I got to share the screen. See here. We're going to go share screen and share screen. Again, John is on vacation for the long weekend. So there we go. We've got this radar up. Now I'm going to do my best to get through this, and I am not a meteorologist, but I've certainly followed plenty of the best meteorologists in the business for the past 20 years. So going to give it the college try to kind of get you through it now. So this is the current radar as of 3:54 from our friends at the National Weather Service out of Mount Holly. You can see it is really coming down through Mount Holly and Midford Lakes, just in the Southampton area. Also getting shellacked here throughout I'd say Deptford and Washington Township and Vineland. And we're also seeing more rain coming down here, down through Cape May into Bridgeton, on over towards Egg Harbor City. Now, there was a tornado warning. I repeat, a tornado warning. Let me just give it the refresh. I think that has now dropped. Yes, it has, but it looks like we may have another fresh one here. So let's go to that. Let's just see. National Weather Service in Mount Holly is issued. Let me just span this map, or there we go. Hopefully everyone can read that. So there it is. EAS activation requested. National Weather Service Mount Holly has issued a tornado warning for West Central Ocean County in southern New Jersey and East Central Burlington County until 4:30. So for another 24 minutes or so. At 3:57, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located over Chatsworth, 22 miles southwest of Toms River, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. So that is really cooking along here with some gas heading to the north and east at 50 miles per hour. So locations impacted include Presidential Lakes Estates, Whiting, Chatsworth, Old Halfway, Cedar, Glen Lakes, and Crestwood Village. A lot of those are retirement complexes. So if you know somebody there, if your parents are living in those complexes, please let them know and take cover now. Move to a basement into your room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. So again, that just a fresh activation there at 3:57 from the National Weather Service out of Mount Holly with this tornado warning. Again, tornado warning for West Central Ocean County in southern New Jersey, East Central Burlington County until 4:30. So what I want to do is, Alexander, we've not forgotten you, but I just want to get to some of our issues here this afternoon. So the first issue is going to be along Route 21 here in North Jersey. We'll get to the cameras in South Jersey in just a minute, but we will go here to along Route 21. A pretty nasty crash here this afternoon. Then there actually was traffic coming through here, but they closed it up again. So this is 21 north of Park Avenue. So this is as you on your approach, I should say, to Route 3. And pretty serious crash here. You see the vehicle there, and you see all the police activity. Now, the southbound direction is an absolute parking lot. Let's go up towards that area. Again, there's so much to unpack at this point. It's almost to the point I don't even know where to start, but we're going to start here with this situation along 21, which is right in here. Now, again, whether they actually close the southbound side too, I don't think so. So here it is, a Park Avenue in Nutley. So it's just before Route 3. But look at this. Look at all this traffic. We're back to the Belleville Bridge, and that's all going northbound into that closure. Now, where they are actually taking folks off here, I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I've been on Route 21. It's very possible that they are exiting folks off here. Let's just see what the exit number is. I don't know if there's an actual exit number for, yeah, exit 8. So I think that is for Park Avenue. See here as you get, yeah, that's for Park Avenue. So it looks like that's where the traffic going north is being diverted to until further notice. So again, the southbound direction also seeing a ton of traffic coming out of Route 3 into that location, as we saw here, or as we see with this camera. Let's just refresh it, shall we? Hopefully the cameras will still work. Now it brings me back here. So let's go back to 21, Route 21. There it is. Where are we? North of Park Avenue. All right. So this accident again happened maybe about 25, 30 minutes ago or so. Let's just see what this is. You know what? I have to close out of the radar map because that's just taking way too much computing power at this point. So let's do another refresh and see if we can get this to work. Alexander, we're going to get to your commute here in just a second. I know you're probably eager to head out, but I just want to let folks know this, I don't think this would impact you coming out of East Rutherford, but this is real close to where you are. So we go north of Park Avenue. Just see if everything is still closed here. Let's just see if that camera comes up. We just had the camera a second ago. Let's just see if there it is. So, wow, that is some severe damage. Let's just pray that everyone walked away from this particular incident this afternoon, because that's not the way you want to start off any day, let alone a holiday weekend. So again, that's north on 21, just before Route 3, and then south is heavy just from Route 3 into that crash. But let's go to the Route 7 camera. Let's see how far back that delay gets on 21. There it is. There we go at 21. Let's just check that out in real time, see what the deal is there. I'm going to close up my New Jersey Transit and Path lists here. And wow, that is just absolute bedlam, trying to get out of Belleville up into Nutley via 21. So if you can avoid that at this point, please do so. That is going to be pretty tough ride with that closure in place. Again, we just want to reiterate this again. This is this tornado warning for West Central Ocean County, East Central Burlington County, and a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Chatsworth, 22 miles southwest of Toms River, moving northeast at 50. So that's moving at a fairly decent clip this afternoon. So again, take shelter and heed those warnings. I'm sure your phones are probably lighting up like a Christmas tree at this point. So again, stay off of the roads and just get to shelter here immediately if you're in that section. All right, Alexandra, let's take care of your commute. So you are headed to Lavalette via East Rutherford. All right. So the Parkway, I honestly think if you can hold out and wait a little longer, you'd be better. This Parkway is heavy from 150 straight on down the line until you get to 78. We have a crash there being reported, taking out a couple of lanes. Let's just go to the Parkway cameras. Let's check up on that. Want to go into, where are we? Let's go to the Union Tower. I think it is, where are we? All right, so we're looking south. This is getting out to Route 22 and Morris Avenue. Let me just see what. So it's northbound. I'm sorry. This is crashed northbound at Chestnut Street and Union. 3 left lanes are shut. So that's basically almost shutting the whole thing down. But we're seeing a lot of rubbernecking delays getting into that area, and then you're heavy down into Kenilworth. Northbound is jammed here from 135 up into exit 139B. Now, Alexander, if you want to come down the Turnpike, you're seeing if you head east on 3 coming down the western spur, just a lot of volume, and then all the way down through 15E into 14, and then further south in towards 13. Then the Turnpike opens up, but then the Parkway hits the brakes again from the Turnpike all the way across the Driscoll Bridge. And then look at this Parkway, just a ton of traffic here from about 117 straight on down the line to about 105. And then it picks up a little bit here. And then once you get out towards about 100 A and B, it's just jammed on the brakes 100 all the way down into Tom's River. And this is only going to get worse here in the next half an hour, 45 minutes with this weather that is going to be coming through. And yes, there it is. I think this is the best decision that you can make, Alexandra. Thank you for that. Decided to leave first thing tomorrow morning. Very, very good idea. And just stay off the roads, because that would probably take you a couple hours to even get down the Lavalette at this point. So again, Alexandra, thank you so much for watching. Once again, we're up and running now here at 413. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We know the YouTube comments are working because Alexandra has so graciously come on to the program here. So we've got, again, a lot to unpack at this point. I want to take you to the cameras now because I'm going to bring you down towards Route 9. Maybe we can get an idea of how what the weather conditions are looking like there. Let's go Route 9 at Kennedy here in Lakewood to see what the scene is. Still dry. Skies are starting to darken up. Go to Aldrich Road. Let's see. Again, this is going north and east, this one storm. Again, you can see a little brighter here, but it's starting to get a little darker into the distance. And then this is going to be out by Adelphia Road. That was Adelphia. Adelphia and Aldrich, they look the same because they are the same. They're the same camera. So we go over towards 79 now. That still is okay as far as looking dry. Let's go back to our weather friends here at weather.gov. Let's just check out the fresh warning. So the tornado warning has come down. So again, they've dropped the tornado warning. It looks like that storm may be weakening just a bit. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning still in place. And that is going to be, let's just see. The storm which prompted the warning is weakened below severe levels and has exited the warned area. Therefore, warning will be allowed to expire. Severe thunderstorm watch still remains in place until 7 o'clock this evening for southern New Jersey. So that is the latest update there at 4:09. Severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Ocean and southeastern Burlington counties expires at 4:15, which is Mark 4:15 right now. So at least that tornado warning is out of the way for the time being. But again, keep an eye to the sky. John Rocco has told us all week that he's given me the information that this potentially was going to be out there. So again, this shading here in this darker orange, severe thunderstorm warnings, southern Ocean County, parts of eastern Burlington County. We've got a severe thunderstorm watch pretty much for most of the state, except for parts of Bergen and Passaic and Essex County. I imagine that will change as we progress through this Friday late afternoon, as these storms are heading to the north and to the east. All right, so we've kind of updated you here on the weather conditions. Let's go to the Parkway situation. Again, we've got north here at Union, 3 left lanes are shut. We've got a crash on the express side, southbound, north of 109 in Middletown. Look for that. Another crash on the express side. Oh, that's the same. Let me 2 separate crashes there. Heading south on the Parkway. And then we've got one at 44 heading north. And again, this 21 situation is not a good deal there for our friends in Belleville getting up into the Nutley area. All right, so what I want to do now is let's go back to the home page here for the DOT. We haven't even gotten anywhere even near New York City or the Long Island area. So let's take a look at the travel times here. And this is the short traffic. So from the Raritan Toll Plaza to 117, that's fine. But really, from the Raritan Tolls to 98, probably about a 25-minute delay there. And then from the Raritan Tolls to exit 63, looking closer towards about the 40-minute mark with delays as you head out to Long Beach Island. So with that said, let's just see what we're doing here now. You can see the rain falling in this camera. This is on 195. So beginning to rain there along the 195 corridor. All right, so let's go back to the maps, shall we? And let's just let's start where it's a little quieter here in Cape May along Route 9. The Parkway is fine, AC Expressway is good, and this southern trek out of Philadelphia on eastbound 7642 all the way through Washington Township. Now, again, some of this is in the wake of some of that heavy rain or even rain that's still falling now. So that's why that is slow. And again, it's the getaway for the holiday weekend. Folks making their way out to Avalon, Stone Harbor, Atlantic City, and also on over towards Ocean City for the weekend. We continue over towards Long Beach Island. Still so far so good on the Parkway here at exit 62. And then as we make our way onto Route 9, things are fine. Again, this is some of that heavier rain that's making its way east now. And I think that's why some of this Parkway traffic, obviously it's the getaway, but the rain is certainly not helping matters out at all from 195 straight on down to the Toms River Toll Plaza. 35 is seeing a lot of traffic out of Point Pleasant now, in towards the Bayhead area, Manalocan. And we continue over to 71. Spring Lake, Belmar is awfully busy as well. We head up further to the north, 36 and 35. That doesn't look bad. Even 36, the Highlands, but 35 here through Hazlitt, Middletown. That's hitting the brakes here this afternoon. Even Route 18, pockets of traffic from Marlboro all the way down in towards the area of just south of that area. I should say this is Route 9. This is 18 getting into Marlboro. And Spring Valley is going to be a little bit heavy. Turnpike, definitely sluggish here as you get out towards interchange 8, and then heavier down through 7A. Same thing with 195. Again, some of this is storm related, even on 295 and 195 and the Turnpike. Seeing a lot of traffic again because of the weather. And then the Parkway across the Driscoll Bridge is heavy. And again, as this makes its way north and east, we're going to see, I imagine, the traffic coming down to a halt as those storms again make their way to the north and the east. Hopefully they dissipate just a bit in intensity. We've got delays here on westbound 78 at 287. 287 is busy into that same interchange. Same thing along 287. Just a lot of traffic here in the Edison area, both ways through exits 2 through 6, and then both ways here from 10 up through about 14 for Route 22. What I want to do is go back to the cameras again. Let's just close this out. That's looking at that crash going north here at 139. It's way off in the distance. I know it's a little tough to see that, but you got to be careful coming out of the Clark area. I imagine we're back to 135. No, not yet. This is north on the far left. As you make your way from 135 into 136. We continue further south and now. Let's where am I going to go here? We want to go to the Driscoll Bridge Tower camera, and you can see that rain. All right, so it is starting to rain, and skies is starting to darken a little bit here on the approach to the Driscoll Bridge. And look at that, an absolute parking lot coming down from the 287 interchange. This is south of the Driscoll Bridge. Let's check that vibe out. Some light rain falling there. This is at 125, and that's still saying looking at sunshine. I really think that camera is like from like a week ago or something, because that is certainly not now. We'll go south of the Raritan Toll Plaza again. Skies darkening here into the distance, so be weather aware. Wow, look at those dark clouds there coming across the system. And see with other media, I have the ability to show these cameras. Other media, they are not showing cameras. And again, I think cameras are kind of the proof positive of actually what's going on out there if you're not in the car driving and you're really getting a look at, again, weather and traffic always go together. This is south of 120. That was from last night. That camera is not working. So let's go to 117. Maybe get lucky that one of these cameras works. No deal. We head south of 116, and that camera is out. You know, the ones that I do know work are at Asbury. Check out the vibe there. Again, sky is starting to darken up, but roadways look dry here for right now. This is southbound that comes towards us. We are dry. So again, you don't have to worry about any kind of sun glare or anything. So that is good news. We'll go here to exit 98 and 195. That camera's not working. What else is new, right? There is the crawl here through Brick, heading south of the reservoir from 91 all the way down through 89. Let's just see if the camera at 89 is working, and that is not working. We go south of 91. That one's not working. Let's go to the Toms River Toll Plaza. Starting to get a little windy out there, as you can see, the trees moving around in the breeze. So that's not too. That's a pretty good indication, I should say, of a storm brewing in the horizon north of 82A. So now we can see skies starting to darken up just a bit. Little light rain falling there. Let's go to the Barnegat Toll Plaza. A little bit of rain coming down here this afternoon. Let's go back to let's just give the refresh here of these warnings. So again, severe thunderstorm warning. This is let's see, at 4:18, and we will take this to Northwest Ocean County, southern Morris County now, and same thing with central Mercer County, Somerset County, Middlesex County, Monmouth County, now all included in that warning until 4:45. So we're looking at about 20 minutes or so from now with these storms coming through. And again, reported at 4:18. Again, it's 418. Severe thunderstorms located along a line extending from Hopewell to Windsor to Cassville, moving northeast at 50, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. The radar indicated, and certainly possibly damage to roofs, siding, trees, and power lines as possible. Locations impacted. Now we're starting to move a little bit further north here into the breadbasket. New Brunswick, Perth Amboy, Asbury Park, Somerville, Somerset, Edison, Lakewood, Old Bridge, Jackson, Howell, East Brunswick, South Brunswick, Sayreville, North Brunswick, Marlborough, Manalapan, Tinton Falls, Homedale, Middlesex, and Princeton. So again, along the Route 9, Route 18, that whole corridor here, right in here, is where this potentially could get a little bit ugly here very, very shortly. So again, keep an eye to the sky. You know what? Let's go to the turnpike cameras. Let's just see if I can find you any there that may be of use for your travels here this afternoon. Let's continue on. Let's go to interchange 10. And the rain is really coming down here in the Edison area. That's the exit for the Raritan Center and 287, just getting hammered. Also, that camera's not working. Let's go to 11 here in Woodbridge, out by the Garden State Parkway. So a lot of rain. You can see, just a little bit of light standing water. So you've got to be careful here driving this afternoon. Again, we are up and running now on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And it's 4:25, and I've done a half an hour. And I haven't even gotten into North Jersey yet, or even the city. So that's how busy it is. It's just chaos out here on the road. So if you can, please just stay home for the time being. Let these storms pass. And also, as Alexandra has commented, said that she is going to leave first thing tomorrow morning. That may be the best idea. All right. So that's at 11. Let's go to 12. Wow, look at that. Again, where other media is not showing you these cameras, I am, because I know what I'm doing and I know how important this is. And I'm not going to get on the soapbox again, but there it is. So again, traffic and weather always go together. Wow, these skies are really darkening up here in Carteret, coming out of the interchange 12 toll plaza. So again, you've got to be weather aware. Keep an eye to the sky. Let's head up a little bit further north of that at 13. This is the one I wanted here. So that's south that's coming towards us, and definitely getting very, very dark out there now. All the vehicles here with the automatic headlights all popping on. This is at 13A. I think they're looking for something here that may be the exit for the airport in Jersey Gardens and the seaport. We'll just hang with this a second just to see what the story is. I don't see anything, so let's just go here. This is exiting the turnpike at 13A. Let's bring it up to south of 14. And again, just a mess of traffic. Looks like we have a broken down vehicle on the inner roadway there on the shoulder, but it doesn't look like it's causing a terrible backup. Again, as you head south in towards 14. So that's going to be a sluggish ride. All right. So let's go back to the cameras now. Again, we want to just reiterate this weather that's coming through. I want to take a little tour here now of Route 9 and Route 18 and just to see what the weather conditions are looking like. So we go US 9. There we go. We're going to start it off here in Sayreville at Ernston Road. Let's see if that camera works. So again, we're kind of dry, but it's starting to get fairly dark out here this afternoon. That south that comes towards us here at Parian Road in Old Bridge. Again, haven't seen any major rain yet, but that wind is really kicking up. You can see this camera is probably a good 100 feet off the ground. And actually here in the traffic center, I'm starting to hear some thunder as well. So hopefully we remain on the air with you. We don't lose the connection or lose power. This is by Spring Valley Road now. We'll continue over there. And again, not the greatest cameras. Texas Road here on the Old Bridge Marlboro border. That is still okay weather-wise. Taylor's Mill Road. Let's check in with that. Still so far so good here at Ryan Road and Manalapan, and that is starting to go downhill weather-wise just a bit. Let's take a look at Freehold now. This is 9 at Business Route 33. Just getting shellacked here with this rain. That rain is really coming down very, very heavily now. You can see the wind is moving some of those trees around in the distance at times, so be careful. Again, best idea is just to stay indoors. So let's go to Route 18 now, and we'll check out the deal here along 18. Let's go up to the list. Again, this may be a whole half hour on New Jersey and the city and whatnot, because there's just too much going on at this point. We go to 18 at 79 here. Let's see what the scene is looking like. Hopefully that camera comes up. Yeah, we're dry so far. It's going to get fairly soaked here very, very shortly. This is at Edgeboro Road. Let's check that out in real time together. We are on the northbound side. So now we're starting to see this rain coming into East Brunswick. And again, that rain is coming down at a steady clip, even out to the turnpike, which again, this camera is not too far from there. Wow, that is really getting hit hard with the weather. Wow. Yeah. So be careful out there. This is, again, what we are seeing. Pictures tell 1,000 words, right? So let's see if we can blow this camera up just a little bit so we can give you a good look where, as I said, other media will not show you these cameras because I'm not sure if they know how to. But we will go to a little bit further to the north now, show you that scene, and you can see what the weather is doing, the traffic here both ways. Let's just zoom out, and we'll come off of that camera. We go over the interchange with Route 1, see what that looks like. Imagine it's going to be the same or similar to what we just saw. Hopefully this camera will work, and it is not working. What else is new? Oh boy. Let's just see what the ride here on Route 1 at Riders Lane. We check out the weather conditions there. No. So maybe they've lost power to these cameras. It's certainly possible. Running all these cameras is not an easy thing to do. Let's continue on over to, let's just see what the deal is in Woodbridge now. This is Route 1 at Menlo Park Drive. That's getting hit hard fairly quickly there this afternoon. And we'll go on over to where are we going to go now? Back to the incident list for New Jersey. Just give a refresh here now. See what the scene is. And again, I hope I still remain with power. Please, if you're watching us on YouTube and Facebook, throw up a comment and let me know you're watching. Join Alexandra here for the ride home. So again, 295 now, south of exit 60. We got a left lane closure there. 295 north coming into exit 75, Bear Tavern Road. We got a crash there. Another crash east on 80 at 57 in Patterson, and then the Parkway. Again, that's the one in Galloway Township. Left lane closed there. North coming into Union is still a mess. So is the ride getting out to Middletown. That left lane is blocked there. Another crash, secondary crash there, and that is going to be just north of 109, but that's heading south. So let's go back to this 21 situation. I hope that maybe something has opened up here. Anytime they throw up the words accident investigation, doesn't kind of bode well for what we're seeing. So yeah, so north is still closed here. That's an accident investigation, no doubt about it. Unfortunately, getting up into Park Avenue in Nutley, and I believe that's where the traffic is being diverted off to, is to Park Avenue. So we are well back to the Belleville Bridge, and you can see it here at Route 7. Again, we're barely even moving. So again, be careful coming across the bridge and getting onto Route 7, making your way locally up Washington Avenue through Belleville and on over to Nutley. Again, this is a local street, making your way all the way out to, again, the continuation of Route 7 there by the Clifton Commons Mall. That's from Nutley and Clifton, right on the line there. All right, so we're going to come out of this section. Let's go to what's going on in North Jersey. It's kind of like, well, what isn't happening in North Jersey? West on 80 will go from 280 straight on out towards exit 28. Both ways, the 287 is heavy here at exit 1, and then south along 287, we're pretty busy as you head out to 78. Now, westbound 78 is going to be a mess here, getting through Bedminster out to Oldwick. Again, this Parkway is getting hit hard heading north into 139 because of that crash. And we showed you the delays in the Turnpike. Western, eastern spurs are a disaster. The Parkway getting south of 148 all the way down into the crash zone there is a mess. Both ways of 80 here in Patterson because of that new crash there along 80 East. Let's see if we can show you that now. I feel like I'm afraid to even open up the incident list for the city because it's just going to be a mess of traffic. Let's just see what we show you here. This is at Route 19. So, okay, so there it is. Takes out it looks like the acceleration ramp from 19 heading east as everyone's moving over. So again, that right lane is out of service. But as you see with these cameras, skies are starting to darken up just a bit. Wow, look at that. They finally fixed that Madison Avenue camera to an HD. Nice job, my friends over at NJDOT, looking good. So that is going westbound, heading away from us. So that is certainly a mess. We'll go back to the maps now. Route 4 is just a mess, getting out through Hackensack Avenue and then north along 287, getting up and onto the thruway in Rockland County. We're seeing a lot of traffic for the Getaway holiday weekend. All right, so we're at 4:35. And again, we are sponsored by Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. I had to think about that one a second. It's been so busy. Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. And you can see Ralph's information at the bottom of the screen, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. But this half hour is sponsored by Travels with Darley. Watch her on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wondrum, and also on Ovation TV's Journey. And she has an upcoming virtual program on Santa Fe, New Mexico, coming up next Thursday. Join us next week. We're going to give away some tickets there to her program called Destination Cities Santa Fe. Again, that takes place next Thursday, June 2nd at 7 p.m. until 8:30. So let's do this. And I feel like it's raining now here in the traffic center. Well, not literally in my living room, but getting close to that. All right. So again, we'll hang with you as long as we can in case we lose power. Again, not much else I can do or lose the internet. Let's go to the city now and check out this disaster across the board. We want to go to the incident list, and wow, I'm afraid to even look at this now. Let's see how many issues. Well, okay. We got westbound cross Bronx is a big one there at the Alexander Hamilton. Crash takes out a lane, and that's been out there for an hour or so. The northbound BQE at Astoria Boulevard, one lane closed there. Also, Bronx River Parkway, broken down vehicle heading north at Leawood Drive in Yonkers, and the Sprain. Looking at another disabled vehicle getting in towards Greenberg north of Grasslands Road. All right, so let's go to the maps, and we'll start it off across Staten Island, shall we? Starting to get busier now at the Outer Ridge Crossing, and then the West Shore Expressway is heavy into Arden Avenue. Pretty much end-to-end going west across the Verrazano out to the Goethals. And look at this Belt Parkway. Again, as this weather continues to deteriorate, we will certainly see this continuously, going downhill fairly rapidly. Let's just show you what the severe thunderstorm warning is now at this point. We are going to close out of that. There we go. Let's just see here. Continue on, and severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect till 4:45, which is another 9 minutes from now. At 4:43, thunderstorm located along a line extending from near Millstone to near Manalapan to Lakewood. So again, those are still impacted. Highways, Turnpike between interchanges 9 and 12, 78 between exits 37, 41. That's through Watchung, and the Parkway between 97 through 132. All righty. Before before we get back to the city, let me see if I can bring up the radar map. Now, again, this eats up a lot of computing power, so I just want to close out of some of these other maps here this afternoon. Let's just give it the refresh just to see if I can get this radar to work. It may not, but we'll give it the college try, as they say. Let's continue on. There's the storms making their way through. Let's continue out to the latest time frame that we have it at 4:32, which is 5 minutes ago. Let's just let that refresh and come into play. And as that is doing that, I want to go to the New York City DOT cameras, and let's check this out in real time. Again, we're up on Facebook and YouTube as well as Twitter. Please leave us a comment. Let me know you're watching. Just want to see if the Twitter watchers are coming through at my count here, because I don't see that being indicated on my live tab here. So if you're watching us on Twitter, just leave me a comment there and say you were watching us, because I can't read them on the air here. But again, if you're watching us on YouTube and Facebook, comment section is now open. Let's go over to the Belt Parkway. We'll check this out, and this is what we're going to see. And that's starting to get pretty ugly pretty fast, both traffic and weather-wise. Wow, they're still on EVDO. Remember EVDO? That's like about 15 years ago. That's going eastbound on the belt, getting into Mill Basin. It's just getting hammered. Let's go out towards Ocean Parkway. Let's see what the vibe is here. This is all westbound traffic coming towards us. That is going to be a parking lot. Let's go back to the map. So that is here from, I go west of Flatbush, Plum Beach, all the way to the Verrazano. East is heavy through that same location, getting all the way out basically to Cross Bay Boulevard. And this Gowanus is just wow, what a mess this is on that outbound side. We're going to go all the way from Atlantic Avenue to all the way through the Gowanus Expressway out to the Goethals Bridge. That could probably run you about an hour and a half or so. Let's go to the cameras again. Let's widen this up here this afternoon. Well, let's go back the other way, and we'll head over here. I just want to check this out. They were saying possibly reports of a crash right here at Hamilton Street. I don't see, well, that's actually not the BQE. That is the ramp I want. No, that's getting into the Battery Tunnel. That's going to run you about 15, 20 minutes. And there is the Thunder. Sounds like think of his name off the top of my head. Gosh, Garth Brooks. How did I forget Garth Brooks, right? Thunder, and then great song. But I don't see anything here as far as a crash going outbound. The inbound side up and onto the BQE is going to be a parking lot. Let's just check this out for a minute. Jordan. We want to go on to the BQE here. That's the cantilevered section. This is the outbound side. I just don't know where everybody is going. Wow. Unbelievable. That's the Brooklyn bound side of the Brooklyn Bridge. Just, again, a parking lot as you see it here with our maps. Actually heavy both ways. Williamsburg Bridge into town is a solid ride. South along this BQE from the LIE straight on down the line to Atlantic Avenue is just absolutely getting hammered. And pretty much all the way through Queens, the LIE is at a standstill from out of the Midtown Tunnel. Midtown Tunnel is about 30 plus minutes getting into town. Both ways of the FDR Drive is getting hit hard here, basically from I'd say the lower 50s all the way up in towards the George Washington Bridge, at least heading northbound. South starts at about 125. The West Side Highway isn't any better as well. We're going to go straight out of the Upper West Side from the 70s all the way in to the George Washington Bridge now. Let's go out to Queens, where the BQE is heavy here at Queens Boulevard. Look for that. The Van Wyck Expressway, we're going to go from basically the airport straight up to Q, and then south is heavy from the Flushing area off the Whitestone Expressway straight on down the line into Hillside Avenue. Both ways, the belt is a mess as you get out towards Sunrise Highway, and then further onto the Laurelton Parkway, starting to see a lot more traffic as well. We will continue over to the Grand Central, getting east here. If you're going west, you're okay, but heading east, essentially from City Field, from the airport all the way out to the Clearview Expressway is just a mess. South on the Clearview is heavy. And again, not too many times to see that, but today that's part of it. as you get out to the LIE and into the Grand Central. Same thing on the Cross Island, both ways out by Belmont Racetrack. Let's go up to the Throgs Neck and the Whitestone, a little crowded there. West on the Cross Bronx, again, getting out to the Alexander Hamilton. That's where I wanted to go next. So let's widen this up and let's get as many people as we can here. All my friends on Facebook. I'm streaming to my Facebook, my personal page now. I just want to see how many people we can get here to like the show and subscribe. Please, if you're watching us, leave us a comment here on a Friday. We go to the Alexander Hamilton Bridge now. So that is the crash in question. That's just before the approach to the George Washington Bridge. That is a tough spot, friends. That is a tough one. You know, who knows how long it's going to take to now if there's another vehicle involved on the front end of that, I don't know, or it's just broken down. That is a tough spot to try to get help out there because you're dealing with, miles of traffic behind it. Even coming up the Deegan to get out of the ramps. I mean, it is a stiff spot to have a crash. And wow, that's west on the Cross Bronx, just before the approaches to the upper and lower roadway to the George. So again, we are just absolutely hammered. This is out by Arthur Avenue. Don't want to do that. This is at Clay. Again, every one of these cameras is really going to look pretty much the same across the board. Let's just close out of this now, and we will take it over to Arthur Ave. We showed you Arthur Ave. JJ the DJ hates when I say Arthur Ave, but every now and then we'll throw it in. So this is going eastbound here, just around Jerome Avenue or so, but you can see it's a parking lot in either direction this afternoon. Let's go back to the list because I think there is travel times here in the Cross Bronx, if I'm not mistaken, to the George Washington Bridge. So we will go here. We go bridges and tunnels, George Washington Bridge, westbound approaches. Let's see what that looks like. Let's just see here. All right, from the Triborough, from the Deegan, from the Triborough, about an hour there. From heading south from 230th Street to I-80 via the upper level, 45 minutes there. Harlem River Drive approach is well over an hour from the Triborough up to that location, and the Cross Bronx to the upper level, about 24 minutes. I don't know where I don't know what they're talking about there. That's got to be a lot heavier than that. And then the Henry Hudson Parkway, about 43 from 96 up to Route 80 in New Jersey. And there is some pretty heavy thunder here in the traffic center. Adds a little sound effect music, right? 4:45 exactly is their time. And you're starting to see some of these cameras. This is out in Parsippany along Interstate 80, Route 80, I should say, both ways, around exit 42. Rain is coming down at a decent clip there. I don't know what camera that is, but it's not labeled, so we continue on with the cameras. I want to say that is going to be 295. That whole interchange at 76 is just a disaster. And then we continue on to 287 looking south here at Route 10. So that's traffic-wise is fine, but the rain is really coming down at a moderate pace, not very heavy, but still a moderate pace. And this is Route 22. This is out in Somerset County, probably in the Greenbrook area. So that's gone downhill fairly quickly. Let's give you the update now from our friends over at NOAA. Let's get the latest warnings. I'm trying to bring up the radar here in just a minute. But again, severe weather statement. What is that? Severe thunderstorm north central ocean set to expire at 4:45. Okay, we know that. So that's done. Let's just go back here now. Let's see where we're gonna go here. Let's get some more viewers here, folks. Let's jump in here on Facebook and YouTube this afternoon. Hopefully, you've got power. That's the other issue too, and hopefully, maybe you can remember, charge up those phones. That's very, very important. So there's our radar now at 4:36. That was 10 minutes ago. Let me do the refresh here. That's what was eating all of our computing power for the cameras. Let's just take a look at where we are with the rain. Just the timing of all this is just absolutely awful at this point. We head into the evening rush hour here this afternoon. As we continue on to we'll just wait till this page loads. Hopefully, we can get that to load up. See what the story is here. Um, there we go. So now, really, the heaviest of the rain, or the really, absolute downpours at this point is like in the Edison area, the Driscoll Bridge, right around there, around 287. Let's see if we can try to drill down here. Again, here's 287. Here's the Parkway, Driscoll Bridge, and along the Turnpike, coming up in towards southern Union County, northern Middlesex, and eventually going to head this way. It looks like heading up towards Manhattan and eventually over towards Staten Island. So we're going to close out of that for now because it just takes up way too much computing power. Let's head out to Long Island and let's just see let's just give you the wider snapshot. So first of all, let's start out east. Let's give you the good news first for the most part. It's still a lot of delays both ways here on Sunrise Highway through Bridgehampton, Watermill, Southampton, but that's to be expected. Through Riverhead is fine. Sunrise Highway is good. So is the LIE heading west. East here, as you get into Vets Highway 111, some sluggishness, and then east from 135 on over to 110 and Farmingdale. That's a little bit busy, but again, to be expected. East on the Southern State Parkway. How many times did I go out to Long Island on these Friday evenings? And boy, it just took like 3 hours plus from New Jersey. Oof. So we go Southern State east of the Cross Island, getting all the way out in through Hempstead, out through about exit 18, 19, and then it picks up more traffic here into the Wantagh, out to 135. West is heavy as well from the Meadowbrook on over towards about exit 17. Meadowbrook and the Wantagh, 135, 110, all north-south roads look pretty good. East on the northern, we're heavy here straight out of the connector into the Wantagh, and then the LIE going east. We'll put it at Lakeville, really the Queens line, all the way out to 106 and 107, and then both ways of the northern state is just a mess here. As you get out through Lakeville Road. Again, that's kind of par for the course, but just as I say that, I want to make sure that there's no major incidents. We check in with the incident list, shall we? Nothing across Long Island, so that is pretty good. Next up is going to be Connecticut. I'm afraid to even look at the map, friends. Imagine what this is going to look like, but we shall see. Delays on 84, 84, 84, 84. Incident in Middlebury. Okay, look for that. Eastbound, left lane closed between 16 and 17. We got delays in Greenwich. What else is new? 45 miles worth of traffic. 45 miles worth of traffic. Wow. That is unbelievable. We go south here on 95, 46, 43. Then more traffic, 53, 54. But I don't see anything as far as any accidents are concerned. Let's just come across the sound. Boy, if you really wish there was a tunnel or a bridge here, right? That would probably be like a $100 billion project to put a tunnel. Although a little traffic fact, 135 was actually supposed to connect here, I believe, with a bridge of some type, and that's why it ends here in Syosset to Jericho Turnpike. That was supposed to be continuation of 135, getting across some kind of bridge into Stamford at Greenwich a long time ago. They have plans for that. Again, so we're heavy straight out of Westchester into Greenwich. Look at all this traffic. I mean, it is just an absolute parking lot getting in towards Westport and Fairfield, the Merritt Parkway. I mean, straight out of King Street here, all the way up, just 31, 33, 36, and then further up the line in towards just about exit, I'd say about exit 40, 41 or so. And it hits the brakes here from just before 44 all the way up into exit 50. And then more traffic coming out of Bridgeport and Stratford on up to the Milford area and continuing up towards West Haven. Unbelievable traffic, but this is, what we get. Let's just go over to the cameras. I want to see what the weather conditions are looking like here in southwestern Connecticut at 4:51. Again, you're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Please leave a comment. Let me know you're watching. Let's see how many people we can get watching here this afternoon. Again, hopefully you're being safe out there. We'll show you the weather conditions here in Greenwich. We're dry so far, but again, just a ton of traffic from 4 or 5 even as you get up in towards just about exit 8 through 9. Again, out by 9. All these cameras face in the northbound direction for the afternoon and evening rush hour. They actually do that automatically. So remember my days doing Connecticut traffic. Right at 6 o'clock in the morning, all the cameras would spin. They're all on timers. They spin to look at the southbound flow of traffic, no matter what side the camera is on. This is through Darien. So again, the weather-wise, it doesn't look terrible at this point. I think we're still probably about, depending how fast this rain and storms come, another half an hour or so plus for this rain to move itself in. All right, so we'll come out of Connecticut now. Let's go over towards lower Westchester or the Cross County Parkway. You're seeing a lot of traffic here in either direction. Auntie Anna, yeah, thunder and rain in Homedale. Good afternoon to you. Safe travels, everybody. Yeah, that's exactly what we want to see. Thunder and rain in the Homedale area out by the Arts Center. So just be weather aware, Anna, and be very, very careful. Thanks for joining us. We will go to the Cross County Parkway now. This is in either direction, both ways from the Hutch on over to the Sawmill River Parkway. And then we've got delays, surprisingly, on the New England Thruway, again, heading south, New England Thruway, the NET, as you get into New Rochelle out of Mamaroneck. And let's continue over to the Hutch. That still looks in pretty good shape here. Now, again, we got to be real careful later on this afternoon into this evening if and when this rain gets up into this area with the normal flooding issues on the Sprain by Marble Avenue. Again, all of these parkways can go underwater very, very quickly. So you've got to be really, really careful here this afternoon. West on 287 is heavy as we continue out towards the Thruway out of Elmsford, exit about 5, all the way up and across the Tappan Zee Bridge to interchange 14. Out to the Garden State Parkway connector. Also 684 is heavy north through Goldlands Bridge and Purdy's, making your way on up towards up towards Katona and Bedford Hills are fine, and Goldlands Bridge. This is Purdy's up here. I'm sorry. This is further north out of Purchase, really. It's going to be a slow ride. We continue up here towards Route 9, out through the Bear Mountain Bridge is a little bit heavy. The Ansville traffic circle, and then 684 going north up to 84 starting to hit the brakes as well. As we go to westbound 84 across the Beacon Bridge is slow. 17 heading west. That's a bit slow out of the interchange at 16, but the Thruway, really the heaviest of the traffic here is going to be on the Thruway as you head up into basically over to off of 287 north in the Mahwah area here this afternoon. All right, so I'm just listening for the rain. I have the window cracked open just a little bit in the kitchen, and it is really coming down here in the traffic center. Right, so let's see what we want to do. I don't even know where to go with all of this at this point. It is just a mess everywhere. We're coming up on 4:55 now, so maybe we want to do a little bit of a reset if we can. Let's just see where we are here this afternoon, and want to take it over to. Got to take a breath here. Feel like I've been talking straight for an hour, and hopefully we can get a couple more people to join us here for the ride home. Let's do this. Let's check in with New Jersey Transit, see if there's any issues, with this rain and things coming through the area. Sometimes that may impact traffic just a bit. That's that. We'll go here. So we will head over to, we got delays in and out of Penn because the fire department activity in one of the Hudson River tunnels now is subject to up to 20-minute delays. So look for that. That's going to be right across the board. And tough ride there. The subway here, this is a couple departures are canceled out of Branch Brook Park. River Line has resumed both ways. Walter ran because of earlier flooding in Camden. What kind of usually goes downhill with water anytime it rains very heavily. We go to Path now here at 4:56. Let's continue on with Journal Square. Okay, so there's no delays along Path, so that is good news. Let's go back to the New Jersey list here because that is one of the areas being hit pretty hard. With some of the storms, the rain, and really is coming down here in the traffic center. I can hear it hitting the roof as well as against the windows. So we got a full page of incidents here. It looks like the 21 situation has cleared up. So that is some better news for drivers. Again, not what we want to see with a full closure there. But let's just go to all right, let's just start. Let's just regroup here now. Okay. Parkway north of 139A, the shoulder's out of service. We know that. Broken down bus on the outbound 495 viaduct, getting out of the top of the Helix and Weehawken. So that's missing the outbound Lincoln up. Earlier issue on 80, everything is open there, east of Route 20. So that's good news on Route 19, Madison Avenue, I should say, Route 19. 76, there's a new crash here. One lane shut as you get in towards Gloucester City. 295 south, one lane closed at exit 60 for 195. So that is not a good spot as well. And 79, we've got at Newman Springs Road in Marlboro, all lanes, I don't know, all lanes shift. I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to mean other than the literal meaning of the lanes are moving over from one side to the other. Let's see if there's a camera here out in this area. No, let's see. This is 18 at 79. I think that camera wasn't working. So again, a soggy ride here. It looks like some of that rain has kind of made its way through just a bit. We'll come off of that camera. All right, so we're coming up on 5 o'clock now, and a very busy afternoon, going into the evening hours, and really weather again has certainly been a big part of all of this. Let's bring up the radar loop here if we can. Let's just go to the local standard radar. I think that's a little bit easier for the computer to handle. So there we go. Again, you can see the heavier showers now making its way into Middlesex County, parts of southeastern Union County, and heavier showers there throughout parts of Monmouth County, up towards the Old Bridge, Sayreville area, as we continue with this northeasterly trek of these storms. Heading now, going to make its way, slowly making its way into the 5 boroughs here shortly, probably another 15 minutes or so. You're going to start to get fairly soggy there along Staten Island Expressway, the Belt Parkway, and the Gowanus. We will continue on. Let's just see what the timestamp is here. 4:37 was the last radar loop there. So again, falling, rain pretty much over sweeping pretty much all of New Jersey. Wow. Listen to that. Whoa. Okay. So most of New Jersey is getting wet now, and now making its way into the 5 boroughs and western Nassau County. Southwestern Connecticut, you're dry for the time being, but that is certainly going to go downhill here shortly. We've got the severe thunderstorm warning here in towards this area of parts of, just picking up in towards Middlesex and northwestern Monmouth County. At this point, let's go back towards our warnings. And again, weather and traffic always go together. So we've got this severe thunderstorm warning now in place. Let's check it out. 4:57. So that's the freshest update there. East Central Middlesex County expires at 5. Prompted as weekend below severe limits. Remain in place. Thunderstorm watch will remain in place until about 7. Okay, so look for that. And it looks like they may have put up a flood watch as well. That is going to be for that northeastern section of the state. And, this is from 10 o'clock this morning. So that pretty much, I think, encompasses most of those areas there in Pennsylvania. But I saw this up here. I can click on that. No, that's not it there. So again, just be weather aware out there here this afternoon. Traffic is just a mess here all across the board. And we are at 5 o'clock, right? It's it's 5. Oh, let's get the microphone out of the way. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? And thanks a lot for joining us here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Odon here in the Traffic Center. And again, just a ton of traffic pretty much everywhere you can. If you can do like Alexandra is going to do, leave tomorrow morning, I think that's going to be the better option for you instead of trying to sit in all of this traffic. Again, it's just the timing of all this, the weather compounded with the holiday getaway traffic. Just doesn't mix very, very well. So once again, we're going to be up here until about 6 o'clock or so. And I want to thank our sponsor, Travels with Darley, for sponsoring that last half hour. This half hour is sponsored by Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. I want to thank Ralph over in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey on State Highway 28. And that's going to be North Avenue there, right across from the Cranford train station, for proudly sponsoring this half hour of the Tri-State Traffic Show. And again, it looks like this weekend, once we get through all this kind of mess here today and in towards maybe early parts of tomorrow, the rest of the weekend is going to be absolutely stunning. Very nice warm temperatures into the lower 80s on Sunday, and then getting into the mid 80s, a real summer-like feel on Memorial Day. So again, for your plans for Memorial Day, if you're heading to the shore, I think certainly will be better off if you leave sometime tomorrow. Let's say tomorrow afternoon. Whoa, that's a big thing of thunder. Look out. Okay, so with that said, let's go back full screen to the maps here this afternoon. Just have to stop the camera. Please tell me if the audio is still working. I believe it is still working. I just have to cool down the computer just a bit. So we will do that. So again, there is our warnings and watches set up by the National Weather Service. Let's go back to the incident page. Now we go back towards New Jersey, and we'll kind of do the sweep here once again. So now southbound on 295, this is becoming a bigger issue now. South of 195, we've got now 2 lanes shut down. Unfortunately, it looks like they're reporting some injuries in this crash. Let's see if this camera will work for us. This is 295 at 195. And yeah, there it is. And that's wow. That is definitely a mess here. Heading south. Yeah. Okay, so we've only got 1 lane open there. That's the far right lane. So our delays are minimal per se, but if you're coming out of Trenton and getting on 295 south, if you're a state house worker who's just leaving the capital now and looking to head south, that is going to be a bit of an issue. So just watch for that. Let's go back to our instant page. The Parkway, we just have the shoulder closed up there going into Union. I'm going to close out. Let's just give the fresh refresh of the radar. Let's just see where we are at here. Got to use my military time. 16:45, so it's 4:45. So we're about 15 minutes behind. But you can see still as you're hearing some of the thunder, some of this rain really teeming down now throughout 78, the Turnpike, as well as the Garden State Parkway. So with that said, let's go to westbound 76. Let me see if the camera is working there. This is on the approach into the Ben Franklin Bridge. Let's check that deal out. Close this out. Let's just see if this camera is working. That's the Aljo curve. So looking at a pullover. We go here through the construction, actually the Walt Whitman Bridge. Wow, that's a mess as well. But I don't see anything there on the westbound side of 76. This is all at 295. So again, that's just coming into the traffic center. See, where do we want to go now? Let's go back to the maps and look at this. I mean, this is just absolute utter chaos in North Jersey. Folks, if you can, if you're in Essex County, parts of Bergen County, Union County, Middlesex County, Hudson County, just if we can just stay off of the roads, trust me, you're going to be a lot better off than burning that $4.85 a gallon tank of gas. This is not what you want to get out and involved in. And again, it's the weather is just going to go downhill from here for probably a little while longer until about 7, 8 o'clock tonight. So there is your Parkway. It's just not even moving. And I think a lot of this also out now is that the radar has lighting up this like a Christmas tree. We will head over to the Parkway cameras. Let's just go up in towards Essex County and check this vibe out at 147. I know this camera is working, and wow, this has gone downhill quickly. Look at that weather condition. Again, to be the only media up and running now on the air that's actually showing you these cameras in real time, that you can actually see what the conditions are like. As we say, traffic and weather always go together. Just looking at radar screens and maps does not do it justice. Now, that's a live picture of the Parkway at 147 this afternoon, or this evening, I should say. So, again, it is heavy. This is going to be in Bloomfield out through 148. You can see that it's really hit the brakes as you head south of 148 on over towards 147. Let's go south of the Essex tolls. That is actually coming south through the toll plaza. Doesn't look bad traffic wise, but again, the rain really impacting this ride. Let's just see how far that rain is extended. If it's up to the Bergen tolls, yeah, we're starting to see a little bit of light rain, not the heavy stuff here. And this is just north of the toll plaza to 160. Wow, look at all of that. Wow, look at all of that traffic. And again, this is the timing of it is just awful. That's what it is. The timing of this is horrible for the getaway ride. This is out by the Pascagoula Valley tolls, rain coming down at a pretty decent clip. Let's go to Union. We'll show you the tower camera here. Look at the southbound side. Wow, what a mess that is. I mean, it normally is that way, but that's just extra heavy with the weather, and then some rubbernecking with delays getting into 139 heading north. There's the tower showing, well, that's actually showing the parking lot of the Turnpike Authority. Okay, so nice cars there. The parking lot. There's the Driscoll Bridge. It's steady moving traffic, but again, roadways are extremely wet. Let's go to the Turnpike cameras now. I want to show you that. You know what? Let's go back to the Parkway. I'm sorry, or stay here with the GSP. I want to go into Lakewood. Again, some of these cameras are kind of spotty. There it is out by the reservoir. South is just hammered from 98 all the way down into 82. And then we'll continue on here north of the Toms River Toll Plaza. That's a fairly busy ride as well. All right, so let's go to the Turnpike here, and we will see what we've got going on. Let's just check this out in real time. First of all, let's go back to the Delaware Memorial Bridge, or down through the DMB, and you can see things are fine here, and roadways are relatively dry, so some of these showers may have just kind of escaped that area. Let's show you interchange 3. That's a little bit soggy as well. And we'll go through 7A here in Robbinsville. Let's check out that deal. You know, moving fine with just some showers making their way through this area. This is at interchange 8. This is out by the Molly Pitcher Rest area. Again, you can see the road conditions there are a bit soggy. We go north of 9 in New Brunswick and 18, so look for that. We want to come off of that camera there. Hey now. So we go to interchange 9. This is Route 18 up here. That's the Turnpike, so definitely a sluggish ride there. Let's go up further. Let's go up further up the line here, up to the York area, where some of these heavier showers are now coming in. This is going to be south that's coming towards us. Yes, it is south of interchange 14. And then these are up by the George Washington Bridge. This is going to be 95 south of exit 69. So a little spot check there of the Turnpike. You know what? Let's just jump into the Eastern Spur. We'll see what the deal is here. 15X. Maybe that camera will work. Nope. South of the rest area. Nope. 16E. That's all coming out from 495 in the Lincoln Tunnel. Ooh. Wow, that's a lot of traffic. Holy smokes. This is out by 15W through the toll plaza that will go south of that location. That's actually 16E, so the router is wrong there. We will continue on over to 16W, and look at that, heading south here this afternoon. Just a disaster getting south of the Meadowlands. And as you continue out towards well, basically, the Kearney area. Let's go to 18W, shall we? We'll see what the vibe is here. That doesn't look terrible. Let's go to the Bay Extension, and we'll focus in this afternoon over by the Bay Bridge. See what that is. We will take a look at what's going on out by interchange 14. I'm going to leave that up for 1 second. Oh, excuse me. Big sneeze here in the traffic center. So this is going to be east of interchange 14. I want to get it closer towards the Holland Tunnel if we can. 14C. That's to the toll plaza. That really doesn't look terrible. Let's go to the Hudson River crossings. We'll check out the times there. And let's see what we've got. We will make our way to the crossings times. And again, we may be the only broadcast up and on the air other than my friends on the radio doing traffic. They're giving you this in-depth look at the traffic conditions here on the Getaway weekend, setting up for Memorial Day. So, the George Washington Bridge actually looks good, under 10 there, 15 at the Lincoln and 10 at the Holland. So getting into the city is fine. It's obviously the outbound side is a little bit crowded, but that Holland Tunnel, I think, has got to be more than 10, 12 minutes there. I'm not sure where those markers are. All right, so our time now is 5:12. We're checking in with all of this traffic here this afternoon. Let's go back to the cameras, shall we, before we get to the city. Want to make our way to let's show you Route 80 now. I want to focus in there, out to this section if you're headed out towards Pennsylvania. Let's go into the cameras here. I don't know if the camera will work along Route 80. Let's see here. Route 80. We will go Route 80. Let's just see here. Route 80, Route 80. Route 80 at 94 out in Blairstown. That camera is under maintenance. Okay. Let's just bring this drop down menu through Warren Street. Let's check this scene out here. That's fine. Okay. Again, some light showers there, not the heavier stuff that we've seen coming through parts of Union and Essex counties. Let's go to 206 now. See if that camera is in operation. And yeah, that doesn't look bad. We're okay there. It's here, I think, is where really the congestion, if this camera works, but I don't think it will. But fingers crossed now, out by Route 15. Nope, that's not working there. We will make our way over to 202 now. We saw this camera earlier. It was stacked and packed here in the western sections of Parsippany, but looks like that is actually beginning to ease out just a bit. Out by 202, we can see the soggy ride behind that. Let's do a spot check now of, let's go to, where are we going to go first? Let's go to 287, shall we? Do a little bit of a spot check here. We'll check this out by Edison, or in Edison, I should say, either direction. Wow, that's a mess in either way there. So that's southbound heading away. This is the Costco over here. Got some cheap gas there the other day. It was $4.53. Who knows? Who knows what the price is of? Who knows what the price is now? But that was just a couple of days ago. That was on Wednesday. Let's check out the ride here at Easton Avenue. We'll see how that is progressing. That's north coming towards us, so that's a little bit slow out of Piscataway into Bound Brook. We will make our way to, let's go here at exit 8. I don't know if this camera is still working. That's actually looking at Possum Town Road. So you can see the weather conditions there. Again, just a soggy ride. Let's go on over towards Route 28. We'll check out that deal in the Somerville area. Hopefully this camera will work. Nope, I do not see that at this point. Let's go to 22 West. Head there. 287 at 22 West. Yeah, it doesn't look terrible. I've certainly seen worse for a Friday afternoon. Let's go back to the maps now. Westbound 78 if you're headed out to Pensy. A little bit heavy here west 287 out towards Old Wick Road. And again, we were in this area of 287. I think I dare I say I don't think it's getting any lighter. I mean, there's just a lot of volume here. Again, a lot of this is that those rain showers now starting to head in towards the city now, with the heavier rain now making its way in towards the five boroughs and on over towards Manhattan. Let's just give a refresh here of the warnings or watches, severe thunderstorm warnings now in effect for 459 for Hudson County. That's obvious, out by the Lincoln Tunnel. Richmond County, that's Staten Island, and Kings County is Brooklyn. Queens County and into Manhattan until 5:45. So that's kind of what we're seeing here across the board. Gotta take a break here for a second. All right. So what we are going to do is, I can't even talk straight at this point. Let's go back to the incident list. Give the refresh here on the Garden State Parkway. So now we're seeing a crash at 147 going south. Just in that area just a minute ago. So maybe that obviously just happened here seconds ago. We will close this out and we will hit over here to 147. See what that scene is. So southbound heads away. So it must be right around the corner there before 280. But, just the timing of all this is absolutely horrific getting across the board. Let's go to the New York incident page. Let's see what the deal is here. If anything really big and major is happening throughout the 5 boroughs, I do not see anything. We'll do a little bit of a spot check on this is going to be the Cross Bronx. What else is new there? But, roads are still dry for now. Give it another about 15, 20 minutes, and I think it's going to get even wetter here as we head out. Now, I don't know if there's a Yankee game tonight, or anything at Citi Field. I haven't looked. Let's just head over to, we'll do a spot check of the GCP. And, here we go. This is out by St. John's, as you always hear me say, by 166. Steady moving traffic, and roads are dry still. Let's just go over here. This is the LIE both ways. Again, roadways are dry, but again, this is going to get soggy here very shortly. You probably have about another 25 minutes, 20 minutes tops here to avoid some of this rain. But where are you going to go, right? I mean, this is just what we're seeing here at 518. Let's continue on now. Let's go the other way. No, I don't want to go to Union Turnpike. Here we go. Let's see if you have a specific commute you want to let me know about, throw that up in the comments as well. Okay, so the Jackie Robinson's starting to get just a little bit soggy there, making its way into that section of Brooklyn. Now the rain's starting to make its way onto the belt at Pennsylvania Avenue. So almost tracking this stuff in real time. Let's check out the Van Wyck Expressway, 101. So we're still dry here, but that is where those showers are going to be loading up here shortly. Essentially coming this way, almost paralleling the Bell Parkway up into that area. Let's let's check out down towards Far Rockaway. Let's just see what the deal is here. Again, we're starting to get kind of ugly as well over by Beach Channel Drive, and we'll make our way to Beach Channel Drive. It's an angry sea, my friends, right from Seinfeld with the marine biologist. It was an angry sea, my friends, that day. So let's head over to. Let's go to Staten Island. Let's just check out the vibe here. Westbound on Highland Boulevard, just a lot of traffic. What else going to do? And the rain obviously coming down fairly decent clip. This is going to be Highland Boulevard at Fingerboard Road. We're going to come off of that camera. Let's just see what else we can bring up here this afternoon. We bring up this next camera. Highland at Midland Avenue is going to be a soggy ride. And go here. I want to take it over to Highland at Guyon Avenue. I think that's how you say it. Not quite sure, but so this is along the south shore of Staten Island. Let's go into Manhattan. Let's just check out that FDR Drive, shall we? Because it's just probably just an absolute parking lot. This is where the work from home thing really kicks in, right? So we are headed south here on the FDR at 73rd is busy. Let's just show you the Queensboro Bridge. This is the upper level. Let's see if the camera works. There it is. Again, through that long-term construction, once again, on the Queensboro Bridge. I think this is, we'll just have to tell, but dare I say that that's inbound to, this is on the Queens, so we're on the Queens side. I think that's inbound into Manhattan with just the one lane. That would make sense traffic-wise. You'd have, less lanes coming back into Manhattan. We will continue on now and make our way over to, where are we going to go? Where do we want to go? Let's try the BQE now. We'll check a spot check there at Metropolitan. So the rain is coming down there at a fairly decent pace. I don't know what this is. Is that puddle or wow? That's interesting. So again, heavy traffic there south on the BQE at Metropolitan Avenue. You know what? Let's do this. Again, we're at 5:22, and we thank our sponsor for the Tri-State Traffic Show. That is going to be the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, located in beautiful downtown Cranford. 272-3000. Ralph's phone number. So with the weather expected to make a turn for the much, much better for the rest of the weekend, it's going to be a nice warm temperatures there as we get out towards Monday. Certainly want to head out and get some delicious ice cream, right? I'm starting to get hungry again in the traffic center. It seems like every time I join you, I'm always hungry. I don't know why. I should really have lunch or breakfast or dinner or something before we go on. So let's give it the latest fresh update here with our severe thunderstorm warnings now. We are just unpack this here. So we're looking at severe thunderstorm watch for Ocean, Monmouth, Middlesex, Mercer, Somerset, parts of Morris, and up towards Sussex County. A flood advisory here through parts of Passaic and Bergen County. And then the orange here is that severe thunderstorm warning for Hudson County. And I don't know why that has not dropped yet, but let's just see what that is. Oh, until 5:45. So you got another about 20 minutes to be involved with that. Let's check out You know what? Let's go out to long. Oh, I got my wrong map here. So we want to go here. We want to go to Long Island, and we'll check out some of the cameras. Just give you a couple spot checks here. Again, there's just a lot of traffic pretty much everywhere. Let's go here. Just pick a camera. It's like literally pick a camera. Where do you want to go? This is the northern at Willis. That doesn't look bad there this afternoon. And again, the rain still hasn't made its way out to this section of Long Island. That's the Meadowbrook. It's certainly getting quite dark into the distance. So again, be weather aware. Wind is starting to kick up. So eventually these storms are going to make their way towards you. We will go to the Northern State Parkway. Again, this is at Carl Road. We head to the eastbound LIE. This is the Northern State, I should say, over by South Oyster Bay Road. That's heavy, but that's just normal progression of traffic heading east here on the far left. And again, it's so hard pressed to figure out where everyone is coming from. Just unbelievable. Let's go to the Southern State Parkway. Let's check in here over by 17. And again, everyone just trying to get home. That is going to be traveling west here at 17. So heavy west as it is a little bit east as well. Let's just see what we've got. Let's come down here into this section. This is actually the city down through Valley Stream on Sunrise Highway. We'll take a look at what that deal is here. That's 27 at Rockaway Avenue. So again, we are fairly dry at this point. So again, kind of keep that in the back of your mind, but it's going to, the rain is going to kick up here shortly, I imagine. Let's make our way over let's head out east here just to see what the deal is on the LIE. This is at Baggett's Hill Road, and things are pretty much okay there. That is going to be westbound that heads away. And again, starting to get a little breezy out there, starting to see some darkening of the sky. So please be definitely weather aware. All right. So with that said, let's do this. We're 5:25. Got another about half an hour in the show. If there's a specific area you'd like me to focus in on, please leave a comment and definitely subscribe to the Tri-State Traffic Show traffic channel on YouTube if you can. Certainly helps me out greatly. Again, I also appreciate the views there on YouTube after we're finished live, trying to get a flavor of what the show is about. Maybe you can use that for your morning commutes. Once again, we're sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. Let's, let's take a check of transit just to see if there's any issues here on the subways as well as the trains here this afternoon. So multiple changes on the Q and the B. That's north from Coney Island, Stowell Avenue to DeKalb Avenue, and the Q Express from Brighton Beach to Prospect Park. Let's go to the B train. Manhattan bound B and Q are delayed with addressing a switch problem at Kings Highway. Let's go to the rails now. Station skipped on the Babylon branch, the 514 from Penn into Babylon at 619. We'll bypass Woodside due to a track condition near the station, so that is a little bit of problematic. We've got some delays in the Montauk branch, the 248 due into Jamaica at 550. It's departed 13 minutes late, but what's 13 minutes amongst friends amongst a 2.5 hour train ride, right? So 355 from Penn due to Ronkonkoma at 516, operating 11 minutes late. Okay, there. Let's go to, we've got reduced service on the Harlem line. This is from Grand Central to Southeast will not run. That's interesting. And for Southeast, take the 517 from Grand Central to Passaic. So a lot of kind of just moving around for position there. The 529, 611 trains from Grand Central to Poughkeepsie will not run, so look for that. And on the New Haven branch, again, New Haven branch due to a power issue between New Rochelle and Mount Vernon. Inbound trains will bypass New Rochelle, Pelham, and Mount Vernon East. So look for that. And looking to travel into the city, we'll have to take an eastbound train to Larchmont and catch a westbound train from there. So, that's yeah. Really, do you really want to do all of that now? I mean, if it's really vitally important, certainly you have to do what you got to do. But if you can stay at home, I think is going to be the better option for right now. Let's go to the Connecticut incident list. Let's check in with our friends at the CTDOT and state police if there's any accidents or any volume as well. Let's see, 84 delays, Newtown, Waterbury, West Hartford, Meriden, Greenwich. Look at this. I love this. 45.3 miles worth of traffic. Unbelievable. And then 17 miles here of traffic on the Merritt Parkway, 29 through 44. Again, there's no accidents or incidents, but again, it's just a ton of traffic pretty much across the board. Let's give the refresh here. And it just seems like it's getting worse before it gets better. Lower Westchester, westbound 287. That is heavy here this afternoon out of exit 5 all the way to basically interchange 15 for 287. So take it for what it's worth there. Let's continue on here, shall we? Just got to refresh something here in the traffic center very quickly, if you don't mind. I apologize for that. Let me just hit play here. And so that is not working. Okay. All right. So we will go to blah, 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 blah. 5:29 is our time. Let's bring in the music. Why not? Odon here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. Welcome, 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 everybody, here on this Friday. It is just a mess pretty much all across the board. For this holiday getaway, weather is really impacting the traffic conditions here throughout the tri-state area. So it is certainly going to be a mess here probably for the rest of the evening until we slowly alleviate some of this weather and traffic. We also want to bring in our sponsor for our final half hour is Travels with Darley. We thank Darley Newman for being a proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. Let me just get the banner up and running. There we go. And don't forget about her virtual program coming up next Thursday, June the 2nd. If you'd like tickets, you will see, I should say, the website at the bottom of the screen that is coming across here very, very shortly. All right. So with all of that said, let's get back to the action here this afternoon. We go back in towards New Jersey and folks looking for that getaway traffic through for the Parkway. So, we're easing it up now in Monmouth County. And some of that has to do with the fact that, some of this rain has actually eased up just a bit. But we're fairly heavy here in towards about 105 or so. Coming out of 116 in Homedale, out where Auntie Anna is hailing from. So that's going to be a little bit slow there. And then more traffic will go just south of 100 through 98 into Brick, and exits 91 through 89 is a parking lot as it passed the reservoir all the way into the Toms River Toll Plaza. So let's go back to the maps, or the homepage here for the DOT. We'll check out the travel times again from the Raritan Toll Plaza. From the express side of things, 90 minutes to exit 63 should take you about an hour. So looking at about 35 minutes worth of traffic there, but it's beginning to thin out just a little bit for us. So that is a little bit of good news. Route 9 south of 35, got a left lane shut there. So now this is a new problem north on the Parkway, overturned vehicle south of 98 in Wall. So let's see if we can bring up one of the cameras there. Let's just check this out in real time. We will go to the Parkway 98. I don't think that camera is working at 195, but I corrected. So that's the southbound side that heads away. So it looks like it's just before it is where our crash is taking place here, south of 98. Yeah, so it's just in this area here. Just coming out of Brick, right in there. Let's kind of drill down a little bit further. So it's right in here. That's where that crash is. And I think that's the reason why the southbound side is as heavy as it is here, getting south of 195. So that Parkway, just a mess. So it was 35 at a Point Pleasant as you head over towards Bayhead at Manalocan. And then we continue on to 35, 36. It doesn't look bad. Long Branch and Red Bank. And again, once we get through this initial crush of traffic, I think we're okay. I think some folks are going to leave tomorrow morning. Let's go to the Turnpike. Sayreville, very nice. So that issue there on Route 9 and 35 is right in here, just at the split. Heading south. So that's where they're saying there is some debris in the roadway. No, we don't want to shut the computer down. There it is, southbound, south of 35 in Sayreville. So that's why that is as heavy as it is. Let's continue on now. Let's go further down the shore, shall we? We'll check out the deal here along the Parkway through Long Beach Island, getting out to Atlantic City, in towards Cape May. Things are fine. 55 is good, and we're still fairly heavy here along eastbound 76 into the southbound side of 42. Kind of normal stuff. Again, the rain has kind of moved its way out of here for the. It's still raining, but not as heavy as it was earlier. And then south along 295 is heavy into Route 73. Let's widen this up. We'll go to Mercer County here this afternoon. This 295 crash is still being cleared south of 195. Let's see if that is still an issue for us. No, I don't see it there on the list. So we will go to, you know what? Let's go to the weather radar. Let's bring that back up again. Let's the standard radar here for the Northeast and the tri-state area. Let's just see where we're at. Again, we were focusing in down in here. So again, some light to moderate rain still falling, but the heavier stuff is now making its way on up in towards Essex County, Bergen County, over towards Route 4, the Parkway 17, as well as the Turnpike on the approach to the George Washington Bridge. And again, now we're making we're seeing some more rain, I should say, filtering up in towards Westchester County, Rockland County, and I think this is where the heaviest of the stuff is going to come right across the Tappan Zee Bridge here very, very shortly. So with that said, let's go back to the cameras. Let's see what the situation is here across the Tappan Zee, and we'll focus in. First of all, let's go to the Thruway. Yeah, that rain is really coming down now, just like I showed you on the radar. Again, I've followed some of the best meteorologists in the business for the last 20 plus years of my career, so you know, you keep your mouth shut and you sit and you listen and you learn, right? That's kind of where it comes down to. So let's continue over to the Tappan Zee. Check that deal out, and we'll see the weather conditions are, you know, kind of ugly. So this is all Rockland bound traffic coming towards us at this point is a sluggish ride. Again, that's, you know, part of the drill, really. Again, just looking at the comments here, if you're would like to comment on Facebook and YouTube, please do so. Give me a thumbs up on Facebook, or certainly subscribe to the YouTube page. I think the counter here for the live number is not quite accurate. So I'm just trying to get a handle as far as how many people are actually watching all at one time. It certainly helps me out. So if you are watching, please just go ahead and leave a comment. Tell me you're watching and where you're from. Wow, that really is ugly looking here on the thruway. This is both ways through the Spring Valley Toll Plaza. And wow, you can see some flashes of lightning there. I think we're just going to hang with this camera a second just to see what we see. Again, I'm the only media, I believe, at this point showing you these cameras throughout the area. Again, traffic and weather, they go together all of the time. So we'll leave this up here for the time being. Let's just see what the situation arises. So, what? I'm going to let that play here. I'm going to take a very quick break and I'll be back in like less than 2 minutes. So sit back. Enjoy the music here. Let me see if I can bring that up. I just have to take a quick momentary water break. Let's go to the background music and bring this up. And we'll do let's just say a little this. Let's see how that works. All right, we're back here. Just had to take a very quick glass of water. I've been talking for about an hour and 40 minutes straight without any water. So yeah. So you're just watching that camera there, watching the throughway kind of go downhill weather-wise. Traffic, it seemed like it was moving fairly okay. I didn't really see anything in the way of many major traffic issues there. Let's just show you. This is at Spring Valley again, and let's see if I find a better camera. I think that camera is just a little underexposed here at this point. So this is at the Parkway connector. Let's just roll that video. And again, the weather is going down fairly substantially, fairly quickly. So you definitely want to watch for that. Let's head over to Westchester County. Let's check in with the thruway. We'll see it there at the Sawmill and 7A. That seems to be okay. Let's go to 287. No live camera at this point. We go here along 287, getting into the Sawmill River Parkway. That is westbound that comes towards us. So again, that is going to be a just a mess. But what else are you going to do, right? I mean, there's really not a whole lot you can do at this point to try to get yourself around that. Again, we're up and running here for about the next 20 minutes or so. If you can, leave me a comment here on YouTube as well as onto Facebook. We're also streaming to Twitter, and we're sponsored by Travels with Darley. Watch her on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonderum, and Ovation TV's Journey. Please join her for her next live virtual event that's coming up on June 2nd. That's next Thursday from 7 to 8:30, and you'll see the website to get tickets for that event about Santa Fe, New Mexico. So if you're heading out to the southwest of this beautiful country, you want to get some more information on Santa Fe, Darley is the person to go to. Just a amazing travel expert throughout the entire world, and you want to get the latest and greatest information on the best places to stay, best places to eat, as well as some adventure in Santa Fe. We're also going to give away a pair of tickets next week to her program starting on Tuesday. Again, we're not on Monday for the holiday, so just keep that in the back of your mind. All right, so we come off of the weather conditions going downhill fairly quickly here in lower Westchester on 287 at the Sawmill River Parkway. Let's go back towards our maps. I think we're going to kind of wrap up South Jersey for the most part here at 541. South Jersey looks good south of the AC Expressway. We still have a lot of traffic on the Parkway. Some getaway traffic getting south of 100 from 100 to 82, and then north in towards the Brick area just before 98. We're still dealing with a crash there. It's an overturned vehicle, so that could have an indication that roadways are fairly slippery at this point, so you need to be mindful of that. Let's see what else we've got going on. So Route 9 heading south into the 35 in Sayreville is going to be a sluggish ride because of some debris in the roadway. But 35, 33, 195, Route 9, 18, this is all looking fairly quiet. Even the Parkway across the Driscoll Ridge is still relatively heavy, but it's beginning to thin out. North on the Turnpike is heavy here at Interchange 9. Both ways at 287 getting into exit 10 through 12 is a bit slow. 287 through Edison, South Plainfield is a bit of a mess. The Turnpike going up in towards Carteret, Linden, up through Elizabeth is slow. Same thing on the Parkway. We're beginning to thin it out, getting into Chestnut Street in Union because that crash has just been cleared at 139B, but still seeing a lot of southern traffic here, essentially from 147 straight on to the Colonial Rest area. West on 70, or actually both ways to 78, it's a mess, 24 out through to the Parkway. We get involved here south on the Turnpike is going to be a very slow ride as well as we head south of basically the airport all the way through 13. Let's just see what this is. What is this? 1 and 9 is a little bit heavy here out by the airport as well. Let's go to the eastern and western spurs. The western spurs straight from the Vince Lombardi straight on down the line to the merge and the southern mixing bowl. Same thing on the eastern spur is going to be a heavy ride. The Skyway, looks pretty good. So does the Bay extension of the Turnpike isn't bad. Route 7 is still seeing a ton of traffic here out of the Kearney area into Belleville. We had the earlier issues on 21, which I think have cleared up. That's where we want to go next. It's still not on the list, but, let's call it the weather issues here. Don't want to forget about that. So 22 east of the Parkway, a lane closed there because of flooding, and then west on 78 at exit 29 for 287. We've got 2 left lanes shut there. And some standing water on 195 ramp to 526 in Robbinsville. All the lanes are open, but please be careful through that stretch of 195. Camera there on 78. We had that overturned tractor trailer this morning that backed up things. So it's right in here seeing those 2 lanes closed up. But then after that, everything looks good all the way out towards Phillipsburg, 287. We're really looking good here from essentially Bridgewater, Bedminster, up through Basking Ridge into Morristown, through East Hanover. Say hello to my good friends, the Wetzels, watching us in Hanover. Let's go west along 80 here, west of 202, all the way out to just west of Route 15. That's going to be a slow ride. And then 80 as you make your way through Stanhope, Alamucci. From exits 19 until you get to the Gap, that's where we're seeing a lot of traffic, folks heading out to the Poconos for the long holiday weekend. All right, so we go, let's focus in here in Patterson. Some delays along Route 80 both ways, down through Route 19. East starts at Route 23 through Union Boulevard. The westbound side is heavy straight on Route 17, getting through Lodi into Elmwood Park. And then both ways of 46 is a mess at the Route 3 split and interchange there in Little Falls, right in here. Route 3, still seeing a lot of traffic in either direction from 21 out to the Parkway. This evening, 17 is a mess out by Essex Street and Lodi. So is Route 4 both ways here as you come in towards Hackensack Avenue. And then this is going to be 17 pretty busy through Paramus up through Ridgewood. And then 208 is heavy through Hawthorne and Fair along. But the Parkway is moving along fairly nicely. And then 287 south here, we're seeing a lot of traffic getting south into 202. All right, so I think we're going to kind of retire New Jersey now. It's 5:46 is our time. Let's go back to the incident list, and you know what? Let's just go to the New York weather page. So nothing there. Connecticut weather page, we're fine. So that's good news. Let's go to New Jersey Transit. We'll finish up there with Garden State. So now 45-minute delays now because of fire department activity in one of the Hudson River tunnels that's in and out of Penn Station in the city. So again, that's up to 45-minute delays both ways there. So that's getting worse before it gets better, unfortunately for that. All right, so we go to the city. We're going to kind of do just a quick spot check here because there's so much going on. The Staten Island Expressway is heavy right off the Verrazano in towards 440. And then we've got the belt is just a mess here, getting west of Plum Beach all the way to the Verrazano. What else is new there? We'll go east of Flatbush Avenue on over to Cross Bay Boulevard. It looks like that may be slowly thinning out just a bit. And then you hit the brakes getting out to Sunrise Highway. The BQE Kiwanis combination is just a mess both ways through Industry City. Outbound side from the Battery Tunnel straight across the Verrazano out to the Goethals is a mess. As we get to the Brooklyn Bridge area, all this is tied up in here out onto the BQE. You know what? Let me go to that camera up by the Brooklyn Bridge, because sometimes that goes underwater as well with even just a little bit of rain getting closer to the bridge itself at Old Fulton. And you can see the rain there has come through. It's like I always pull up that same camera in that same location. Adams Street. Yep. So a little bit of standing water here underneath the Brooklyn Bridge. So that's why things are a little bit slower than what they should be. So we'll see if that has to close up any lanes or get closed for any time to let that water alleviate against the drains. The sewer drains here, they just can't handle all the volume of water coming through. So be careful get out of that right lane there on the BQE going north again on the BQE from the Brooklyn Bridge area. So look for that. Okay, so let's go back to the maps. Williamsburg Bridge is a little bit heavy, about 15 there, about a half an hour at the Midtown Tunnel, about 15 at the Queensboro Bridge. FDR Drive is tied up both ways here. Let's just put that in towards the mid 70s or so, maybe out towards, upper 70s. Look for that. And then a heavy ride all the way up onto the Harlem Drive. But again, what else is new? We're par for the course there for that traffic getting into the outbound George. Same thing with the west side. The Deegan, what are you going to say? I mean, you're not going anywhere anytime soon. Heading up towards the Cross Bronx. Bruckner is heavy, pretty much from Soundview straight on to the Triborough Bridge. Grand Central getting east of LaGuardia as we continue all the way out to Long Island. So is the LIE east out of the Midtown Tunnel out to the island as well. Whitestone Expressway is busy. Looks like we have a crash there coming off the Van Wyck, getting up into the Whitestone Bridge. And then the Throgsneck is slow as you make your way to the Cross Island, which is a disaster from the Throgsneck all the way onto Long Island out to the Southern State Parkway. Southern State Parkway here at 549. Busy both ways through Hempstead and then west of the Meadowbrook, and then east getting into the Wantagh Parkway. We're heavy from exit 25. About 25, 26, 27 through 28, 135. Sunrise Highway looks good. LIE getting east into 110 is now picking up more volume there. And then the expressway both ways through Lakeville Road, Shelter Rock Road between exits about 30, 33 all the way through 36. And then east of 39 through 40, 41 is a heavy ride. Go further east of that out to 111. We're seeing a lot of traffic. And then east of Vets Highway, also seeing quite a bit of volume as well. Sunrise Highway looks pretty good. We head out towards the Hamptons. And again, normal stuff through Bridgehampton, Watermill, and Southampton. All right, so that's it for the city and Long Island at this point. We will go to the trains and buses. We'll check out Long Island Railroad, see what the vibe is here. We go here on to Long Island Railroad. Far Rockaway branch, 511 train from Atlantic doing the Far Rockaway at 6:08, 10 minutes late there. Hempstead branch, we've got delays from Penn doing Hempstead, of course, of a broken rail east of Woodside. That's about 10 minutes and growing. Montauk branch, Again, that 248 train for that 3-hour ride into the city departed 13 minutes late because of late arriving equipment. So we continue on now. We go to Metro North. Let's check out that. Reduced service 529, 611 from Grand Central to Poughkeepsie will not be running here this evening. We will continue for the West Hempstead branch. Let's check that out. From Atlantic Terminal, West Hempstead, 5:53, departed 10 minutes late. Okay. So we've gotten transit out of the way. We go to the subways, the CE, maybe longer for southbound C and E train after NYPD Connect investigation at 34th Penn. It almost looks like the aboard for Wheel of Fortune, right? Jamaica, Center Parsons, Archer bound J train is delayed. Request assistance for a person by 111th Street. And we go here, Ditmars Boulevard, delayed while our crews move to vandalized train service at Coney Island Avenue. All right. So we will retire the city in Long Island for the weekend. Enjoy the weekend. Drive safely. Be very, very careful out there. So let's call up the Connecticut incident list before we wrap up here in less than about 10 minutes or so. We will continue over to 84, 91, delays there, 95. Looks like 95 delays are thinning out slightly. So it's just delays across the board. Let's go across the Long Island Sound. And we'll check that out here in real time, starting in Greenwich, again out of Westchester from exit 2 all the way up to exit 27. And then more traffic here getting into the Milford Parkway connector from about, I'd say 35 up to 38. And then the Merritt is heavy from about exit 33 all the way up to exit 50 or so. Again, just a lot of heavy traffic. There's just nowhere for everyone to go. They're all trying to go in the same place at the same time. On over to 84 through Danbury is a little bit slow. Eastbound into Waterbury is heavy. On up towards the Torrington area, Litchfield County along Route 8 is fine. Even out to Hartford doesn't look terrible as well. Let's go to lower Westchester now, where some of these heavier storms are coming through. So that's why I think this traffic is going downhill fairly quickly on 287 and the Thruway. Palisades here at the interchange. You know what? Let's bring up those cameras, shall we? First, let's give another refresh of the radar. If that makes any sense to anybody. Let's see what the timestamp is there. That's going to be 5:41, so we're about 10 minutes behind. You can see those heavier showers exactly in that area of Rockland County. That was the in question there. We'll come off of this. Let's go here. Let's go back to the camera list here. And we'll bring up the Hudson Valley because I want to just check out the ride here on the Thruway. We'll start off here at the Palisades. Traffic is heavy, but the weather conditions looks like maybe those storms have already come through, pushed their way further to the north and the east here. This is out by Interchange 11. Again, I don't know if it's as dark as it is for what that camera is showing. Hopefully this video will work for us. Let's just see, give it another couple seconds. Nope. Let's try it again. Just maybe the still image is the only thing working at this point, because I do see something here on the stripes there for the exit ramp, but okay, that's not in play. So we will head over here to Interchange 12, obviously a heavy ride there. We continue on now, and let's see what else we've got going on. This is going to be let's just check it out in real time. Let's check it out towards Suffern, see what the vibe is here. So some rain and some slow traffic there, no feed at this time. This is out by Airmont Road in 14B. Okay. Let's bring up these cameras. Again, we're up and running now. Now we've been up and running for almost 2 hours here, an hour and 53 minutes and 32 seconds to be exact. So we're going to wrap up here at 6 o'clock because I'm running out of voice. And again, it's just a lot of traffic pretty much everywhere. So there we go. Kind of what do you expect when the weather goes downhill this fast? Wow, look how dark that is up there in advanced features. Why isn't that Come on, why doesn't that camera work? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. All right, so we can't or unable to do that. So we'll go back to the maps now. We go over to 1784, a little bit slow here at the Thruway in Newburgh. Let's go on over to that location. Let me see if I can bring up, let's just see if the cameras work there. That's in Harriman at 16. It's further up the line. Continuing on here to 84. Let's just see what the story is here. This is at 17. And then we continue over showing a shopping center. Okay, so that's going to be the toll barrier there. Let's just roll that video. It's fine. Get excited terribly about anything there through that location. So let's go back to the maps. We go to Upper Dutchess, Lower Dutchess, Upper Westchester here, 684 busy into Brewster. And then the Sawmill and Taconics playing nicely so far as any weather-related issues. You know what? Let's just do this. Let's just bring up the weather incident page, shall we? I feel like I'm afraid to even run the delays here. So we go weather. That's 80. So now at Squirrelwood Road in Woodland Park. Watch for that. I think I may have a camera there, but let's just go to the city and New York State. Nothing in Connecticut. Okay, so we go here east of 56 and Squirrelwood Road. Let's just see if we can we can get a live picture of the flooding situation here along Route 80. Nope, camera's out. Oh goodness. Go out to Union Boulevard to see what the deal is here. So get that camera to work. That's all east that's heading away, getting into that flooding. So look for that with some standing water through that location. All right, friends, 5:57 is our time. We're going to be up and running here for about the next 5 minutes or so. If you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, send me a comment here. Say hello, whatever you'd like. We'll put you on the show here for the next 5 minutes. And again, we're sponsored by Travels with Darley. You can watch our Amazon Prime, PBS Create, Wondrum, and Ovation TV's Journey. Join Darley for her next virtual live program called Destination Cities. That's Santa Fe, New Mexico. And that is on Thursday, June the 2nd from 7 to 8:30. The website is there for information on getting tickets to her great program. Also, we'll be giving away a set of tickets next week, starting next Tuesday, because we are going to be off for the holiday. Actually have to video a Memorial Day parade here locally, so I will not be available between 7 and 9. So let's see what we've got. What else can we talk to you about here in the next couple of minutes? I want to get to the 2-hour mark, so another 5 minutes for that. Again, just leave it in the comments here. Just tell me where you're watching and where you're watching from. Auntie Anna, thanks for the special evening edition. Have a great holiday weekend. Thank you, you too, Auntie Anna. Appreciate all your support each and every day. Same thing with Alexandra. And Alexandra, definitely be careful. You and your fiance, be careful getting out to Lavalette tomorrow morning. Again, I think that was the right call to do that, to leave tomorrow instead of leaving sometime this afternoon. And again, Anna, again, appreciate all the support and thanks a lot for joining us here this evening. You two have a terrific holiday weekend. So let's do this. Let's go back to, let me bring up the observation list from National Weather Service here at 5:51. So this is the latest updates. 72 at EWR with some light rain. I think this is what we're going to end with is the flight delays as we continue with some very light rain there at LaGuardia and Kennedy at 66 and 70, 68. So temps into the mid to upper 60s to lower 70s across the board with this cloudiness and rain here this afternoon, or this evening, I should say. Why I keep saying it's this afternoon, I don't know why. So let's go to the FAA website. Let's just see what our delays are. I imagine they're fairly extensive. We'll check them with Kennedy. General departure delays because of weather delays, 1.5 hours and increasing in length there. Let's go to LaGuardia due to thunderstorms. Taxi and hold here for about 46 minutes to 1 hour in length there. Teterboro about 2 hours in length and decreasing. Let's go to EWR because of the thunderstorms, about 1.5 hour delay This is general departure delays. I know it doesn't say anything about inbound traffic increasing. So here, this is for Kennedy due to volume, traffic management program. Kennedy, and again, because of the weather and the thunderstorms, here we go. Departure traffic destined. EWR experiencing about. You know what? Let's just put it at a blanket about 2 to 2.5 hour delays at all the area airports here this evening. So keep that in mind. Obviously, because of the weather, you probably knew that going in. Obviously, flights and weather just don't go together, unlike traffic and weather, which always do. Like I just made a jingle right now. So those are our flight delays there. Let's give one last look at the incident list for the area just to see if anything big has come up on the list. We still have this overturned vehicle on the Parkway going north. Again, that's heading north, not south. That's north just before 138. And we also have the debris spill here along Route 9 in Sayreville at the 35 split. Let's take a look at the throughway. We've got a crash here just after exit 9. Look for that before the Tappan Zee Bridge. Other than that, broken down bus in 684 takes out 2 lanes there, so that could be a problem by Westchester County Airport. That just coming in. Well, that's at 5:30. Let's go up there and we'll finish up in that location, which is right here. So this is just past 287. This just before Westchester County Airport. So be careful if you're heading out to the airport to catch a flight. That is going to be a bit of a mess. All right. So with all of that said here this afternoon, I appreciate you joining us on the Tri-State Traffic Show for this holiday getaway weekend traffic update. O'Don here in the Tri-State Traffic Center. Let's bring in the music, shall we? And why am I not hearing our music? Hearing that because I have to hit that button there. There we go. Friends, a little bit tired here in the traffic center. But nonetheless, hopefully you enjoy the weekend. Maybe delay the start of your travels here this after or the rest of the evening to go ahead and certainly just not have to sit in all that traffic as well. We have area flight delays of up to 2 to 2.5 hours across the board. We also have delays up to 45 minutes on New Jersey Transit into and out of the city because of some fire department activity in one of the tunnels. So you got to look for that as well. So that's going to be definitely a problem for our transit customers. And again, it's slowly thinning out. If you need to head out here this evening, again, be weather aware, keep an eye at the sky. Maybe head out, a little later on, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Let some of this weather and let some of this traffic kind of alleviate and get out of the way for us. So with that said, I want to thank our sponsors, Crime for Vanilla Bean and Creamery, for sponsorship of the special edition of the Tri-State Traffic Show. Also, Travels with Darley. Very, very much appreciate her support here on the Tri-State Traffic channel. You see her information at the bottom of the screen. You can watch her on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wondrum, and Ovation TV's Journey. And don't forget about her upcoming virtual program. That is going to be on Thursday, June the 2nd from 7 p.m. until 8:30. We'll be giving away a pair of tickets to her program on Tuesday. And once again, we're not on for the holiday because I actually have to go videotape, right? It's no longer videotape. It's on a digital card, right? Record, we'll put it right. No, I'm going to say videotape. Why not? We have to videotape the Memorial Day parade here locally in my town. So that's what I will be doing on Monday morning. It looks like the weather is going to hold out. Temperature is going to get fairly hot. So again, just enjoy the weekend, drive safely, be very, very careful out there, slow things down across the area. And certainly just have a enjoyable weekend. And certainly if you can, get out to those Memorial Day parades locally in your towns, as well as the services. Very important to remember all of the men and women who have paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms here in this great country of the United States of America. Certainly get out and go to those services to honor those who have been fallen. So with that said, here on a Friday evening, we thank you very much from the Tri-State Traffic Center. I am O'Don. We're going to be signing off now, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend, everybody.